Well, morning guys, it's 7:10 on Saturday the 3rd of May. It is tournament day for the B team today. So we are in Dumfries and we are literally a 2-minute walk away from the arena. Or I say the arena, the ice rink. So we're going to get round to the rink this morning and see what's what. I think we already know what room we're in. The way that the tournaments work up here is we have to share rooms with another team. So when we're on the ice, they'll be in getting changed, they'll move their stuff out the road so we can get in and get changed afterwards. Stuff like that. It's a bit of a mess when it comes to that kind of stuff, but you don't usually have a room to yourself the whole tournament. If you're lucky enough to have a big enough team, then they'll give you a room to yourself. But see what today brings. We're going to get ourselves round to the rink and I'll catch up with you guys in a little while, probably maybe interview some players. You never know, see what's happening. What's happening guys, 4:22 on Saturday afternoon and we have been to our tournament so far and we've played the first two games. So first game we drew 3-each with Dundee and the second game we beat Belfast 3-2. So it leaves us with 1 win, 1 draw, and we've got 2 games still to go tomorrow. So we'll have a wee look and see how that goes tomorrow morning. So it's a bright and early start tomorrow. I think it's actually about 9:10 we're on ice for the next game. Obviously I'm not playing and Lewis isn't playing. Both of us are actually coaching at this tournament. Our tournament is on the end of the month, which is the 23rd and 24th I think, for the cup. So anyway, we'll see how we do tomorrow. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow, hopefully try and get some footage of some of the games. If not, then I'll come back to you with a wee update.
Well, good morning. It is Sunday in the Gardner household. I thought we'd just come on. I know we were going to be very short of footage unless Stephen has some at the tournament. So, update on the Mustangs is they lost their first game and won the second game, and they've won the game this morning 3-1. And they have the Ravens this afternoon, so in a little while. So hopefully if they win that, they should qualify and go through to the semis, and we'll see how they get on for the rest of the day. So the sun is absolutely glorious, but can I just show you what this little pellet's done? Yes. The culprit, Lily. Lily! What you got to say for yourself? Look at the garden furniture. What did you do? You. So I'm going to log on just to check the emails, just to clear out the inbox. I've got a wee bit of work to do, and then I'm heading over to my mum's because I've got a loft to clear out. Stephen and I have came to the decision that, along with my mum, kind of joint decision, that we're going to sell our house and amalgamate the two houses so we provide a support for each other. We know secret that the last few years since COVID's been difficult. And we just want to make it as easy as possible for us, for my mum. She's 70, she's going to be 71 this year. Her health hasn't been great for a long time, but she manages through, and she's been a fantastic source of support for Stephen and I. But she had spinal surgery last year and she had one of the discs in her neck fused, taken out. So it's quite a long recovery for her, and with all our commitments over here, my job, running the shop, the kids, I felt like I wasn't there enough. If we were all under the one roof, we would provide a support for each other. In an ideal world, we'd sell both houses and buy a bigger one, but economically, that's just not going to happen right now. So the backup plan is we're going to sell our house because my mum's is the most convertible, and convert her loft into a master bedroom, which Stephen and I will have. The kids have already got their own room, and that will leave enough room to split the kids, and they can have their own rooms, and my mum doesn't have to move out of her room. We don't have to upheaval my mum, and we can settle into a family of 6. No, 5. 5 humans, 3 dogs, 1 cat. Cat's probably going to have an absolute hernia when she sees these 3 coming over, but we'll make it work. Also on the agenda, once we've converted the loft, whilst we're converting the loft, is we're going to be building a garden room, much similar to this. Somewhere we can chill out, watch TV, work, put the sharpening machine in and hold that. Because obviously we're going to lose the loft space, and my mum's, so their storage is going to be short. So we're going to take a little plastic shed with us anyway, but we're probably going to have to downsize quite a lot. So that's the plan, and I have to help my mum downsize her stuff and clear out her loft, because we've got like toddler beds and extra bunk beds and mattresses and books that we don't read. So we're going to be quite mercenary and clear it all out. So today starts, I've been working on our house for the last couple of weeks, and today starts on my mum's house. So that's the plans for this summer. So, and we're hoping to put a bit of contingency funding into the business in order to grow aspects that we aren't already working in. Restock the shop for the season, but invest in clothing. We've already signed a deal with KYC. We're looking to maybe potentially stock some of the new Idea clothing that's just been released. It's just dropping. Like to be a bigger store, or at least have more availability in the store. Make this season really count. So it's dig deep, work hard, and hopefully we're going to see it pay off this time. As you know our story, we've had many ups, many downs. All through the years we've had the fire. We naively started with not an awful lot, built up very, very quickly, probably ran before we could walk. Then we had a mountain to climb to get back on top. And just as we were really flying high, we got hit by the fire. We had a mountain to climb out of the fire. It was one of the worst, best because we were pregnant with the twins, but worst period of our lives. It was horrendous. The insurance claim I wouldn't wish on my worst enemies. And I'm sure we've been through this millions of times with you before and you're probably bored listening to it. But anyway, it was a defining point in cold-blooded sports. We chose to try again. We committed to it again. So we did it again, with not very much to start us off. And just as we were hitting a high and coming out, we had no debt, we didn't have any loans, we just literally were working to build it up. COVID hit. So we had got ourselves to a very good position in COVID. We weren't in a good enough position. We didn't have any contingency funding, we didn't have anything, we didn't have any backups because we had came through the fire so early to COVID hitting. We weren't even, I think we were just 2 years clear of wiping our feet when COVID hit. So it wasn't long enough to build up a slush fund to support us. So we had to take astronomical COVID debt just to support us for basically being 2 years closed. Many people said, you won't lose your dignity if you just put your hands in the air and says you've had enough. Better men than you have tried and failed, but we're stubborn. We're stubborn, and we love what we do. We don't like the drama. I hate the drama, but we love what we do. So we went, nope, keep going forward. And the last couple of seasons since the cost of living is biting in has been horrific. So this plan that we've came up with is a way to make us all a bit more comfortable. Why would my mum sit and struggle by paying a house? She really struggles with day-to-day chores. She's 71, so she doesn't really get out and about very much. She goes as far as Morrison's and the doctors and to the pub occasionally to see her friends. I mean, occasionally, very occasionally. So why struggle by? We live on the other side of town, so why let her struggle when we could be there to help her? So that's the ultimate plan, and we will be able to take the revenue that we've built up in the house out of the house. Ultimately, that is going to leave us all in a far better financial situation. We're going to share the bills, we're going to share the kids, so they'll always have a parent and a grandparent around. I don't understand in this today's age why it's so taboo that you want to live with your parents or your in-laws, because generations ago it was the done thing. You had an extended family. It's no joke when they say you need a village to raise children. Absolutely, you do. You need a village. And we have my mum. And we have Stephen's uncle. that's it. We don't have any other family. That's as much as we chose to have and chose to have us. Do you want to come and say hello to all the Cold Blooded Sports YouTube?
Hi. Hi. I have a phone and I'm only 7.
She doesn't have a phone and she is 7, but she has a phone because
Sam
we
had one already.
signed her up to a banking app that allows her to do her chores for pocket money.
And when it went on my tablet, it didn't work because I had too much things on my tablet.
It wouldn't work on a tablet. It wouldn't allow her to do what she needs to do. So that, and she smashed her tablet, didn't you?
Yeah, and Mum put literal tape on it, hockey leg tape.
So we've cleared off a couple of our old phones, and there's no contract in them. They're literally, they can't phone out, they can't text. They do have WhatsApp, but WhatsApp has to be under the Wi-Fi, and they're not allowed to take the phones out and about with them. They're only allowed to have them in the house. So it is literally like a tablet, isn't it?
Yes.
So there's Uncle Lewis phoning you. So I need your phone. I can't hear him. Right, go and speak to Uncle Lewis. So yes, it'll give the kids more support, especially when we're moving into the territory of Sammy being diagnosed. It's obvious that he's somewhere between ADHD, ADD, it's testing, and having an extra set of hands and a comfort and a support will be very much helpful. So that's where we are personally. Not that you're particularly interested, but I just wanted to let you know. May is going to be a difficult month in terms of juggling, because obviously we're closed this weekend. Stephen's at the bowl, and then we're closed on the 24th and 25th, or the 25th and 26th, can't quite remember which way around it is, for the SIHA bowl, and then we're closed from Thursday the 5th to Sunday the 15th of June, because we're in Salou, which we talked about cancelling the holiday, we talked about, you know, not being the best time to go. So it's our family moon, our honeymoon. With everything we're going to do this summer, I think a break to start it off with to give us the oomph to do it is very much welcome. We don't take it lightly that we're going to be shutting for 10 days, but... Hello?
Sarah's phoning Lewis again.
I know, she's phoning everybody. It's your best.
Sunday afternoon update. We are sitting right now at 1:47 in the afternoon, and we are in the Mustangs dressing room. Say hello, YouTube, to the Mustangs. Oh, thanks very much, Jason. Aye, very good. A big builder's ass. I'm sure I'll manage to get something on the top of that so that we don't get demonetised before we even get monetised. Right, so situation is the last game that we won 3-1, and we won our game this morning as well. Oh, sorry, we won our game this morning. This is our last game that we're going into just now, so this is to see where we seed for the semis. So I'll come back to you guys in a little while and let you guys know how we got on. So, what do we say? 1, 2, 3 Mustangs. 1, 2, 3 Mustangs!
So, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? So that's our personal plan. I've kind of lost my train of thought now. So, I just thought I would have a chat to you and let you all know what is going on, because I know we've kind of alluded to some personal stuff. There's something on the screen. Alluded to some personal stuff. That's what's going on, as well as we have a lot to... We've got the KYC official launch. It's got to be built on the website. We've had one new price listing, so it's got to be priced. The website's got to be adjusted, the till's got to be adjusted, and the new price list has got to be printed and produced, which is the figure skate stuff. And I can see there's a wee bit of a hike this year in prices, so it's to be expected, and I expect it across the board. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. So most of our figure skates are Italian or from Europe, so you've got Rai Sport and Idea, which are Italian, and then you've got Graf, which is from Switzerland, and you've got Jackson, which is from America. But I'm interested to see what's going to happen with tariffs and everything else, to see how or what, if or what that affects, and whether it's going to drive up the prices. So, an interesting summer. I appreciate there's some figure skate orders that are still outstanding, and I know that everybody's getting a wee bit upset, but we are waiting on some stock, amongst other stuff, to come in. That's the plan for this summer. We'll take you along on the journey if you're interested. bit of DIY. Stephen and his don't do DIY. So yesterday I spent the day preparing the house, which is going on the market. Well, we're getting a valuation done on Thursday. We've still to get a home report done. So I'll get that booked in and get the home report done, and then it's on the market. It might move very quickly because these houses are quite desirable because of what you get for your money in them. I'm hoping when it goes on the market that it goes pretty quickly. It should be on maybe the end of this week, the beginning of next week. I'm hoping. It's maybe unrealistic hope, but we might have an offer in it before we go on holiday. So we'll go on holiday, and then when we come home from holiday, it's just go, pack and move over to mum's. We've already got somebody lined up to do the conversion on the loft, but we need to move out of that. We need to complete on this place to start the ball rolling at my mum's. So Stephen and I are moving into a box room, and we'll probably have to put majority of our into storage, just temporarily, hopefully just for a couple of months, and then we can sort through what we take back out of storage, or what we sell, or what we get rid of. There's a couple of things we're probably going to do. You've got this potentially could go up to the shop, even just till we figure out what we're doing with it, or whether to sell it. I don't know what would be the best course of action. We'll maybe just take the baby machine once we sell it. Obviously the baby machine up to the shop. It can get stored at the shop just now. So today, we better get on with today. I've got a tiny bit of work to do, which I'm going to do, and then these guys should be getting their clothes on soon, and then we're going to go over to my mum.
Well, that's me home. I forgot to record any more stuff. It was quite a busy day yesterday with regards to the tournament. So today is Monday the 5th of May, and we went into the semi-finals and unfortunately got beat 5-1 off of Aviemore Avalanche, who are a new team. So congratulations to the Aviemore Avalanche. They played really well. My understanding was they had a couple of guys that dropped down from SNL to play for the Avalanche because they had relatives played for them, and they had a couple of really handy players. Now, I'm not saying that our players weren't very handy. We had a couple of boys that played low level SNL that played for us, and who had not played for a couple of years, who had came back to play for us. But with regards to this team, they were a very well drilled team, and they knew where everybody was, and they played like a proper team. And again, I'm not taking anything away from my Mustangs B team. The Mustangs B team were just tired by the time we got to play them. We had made things a little bit hard for ourselves throughout the weekend with regards to some of the results, and the game that we played just before the semi-finals, we were getting beat 1-0 by the Renfrewshire Ravens, and then we managed to claw back in the last 2 minutes of the game where one of our players scored 2 goals. So anyway, that was the weekend. So Aviemore Avalanche actually went on to win the Scottish Bowl Championship. Basically what happens with that is it's worked on a promotion relegation system. So they will now be going up to the Scottish Quaich, which is the next level up. Then it goes to the cup, to the plate, and then to the cup. So basically they will be promoted, and there will be 2 teams relegated from the Quaich down to the Bowl next season. So it brings us back to that whole situation of we need to get stronger and rebuild again for the next year. We still have the A-team tournament to look forward to, which is the Scottish Cup. So we have a little bit of preparation to do for that one, but the whole situation with that is we are actually very short on players this year. We've had a lot of players that have decided to not come back due to family stuff. One of the players is actually expecting a kid, and one of the other players is now on YouTube as well. So shout out to Dreamscape Automotive, Wes and Liam. 2 of them, Liam used to play for my team and was one of my best men at my wedding, and Wes used to play for my team as well way back in the day. But they have decided to hang up their skates at the moment and focus on car YouTube. So that's what they're going to be doing. So there's a couple of guys that are not going to be able to make the tournament, unfortunately, which is a big loss for us because we could have used them, because the calibre of players that we're going up against. Believe it or not, we actually, last year in the plate, we went up against a couple of guys who were ex-Elite League players. So one of them you would have known, or you would know the name of. They play for the Glenrothes Cougars, One of them was Todd Dutium, who actually never played in the tournament, but he was registered or on the team sheet from what I've heard. And the other one was Jeff Hutchins, who used to be the head coach of Dundee Stars and the assistant head coach for the Fife Flyers. These guys are just unreal. You just see the class and the calibre of these players when you go on the ice with them. It's not saying that we're bad players in any way, shape or form, but these guys just, you can tell that that's all they've did their whole life is play hockey and be involved in hockey, where others in our team have been involved in hockey and then moved on to other things. So the plan for today is just relax a little bit. I say relax. My plan is to go to the gym and get myself organised and try and get some fitness stuff done, and then I'm going to be doing some editing because there's quite a lot of editing stuff, a lot of footage that was taken before the tournament, which I will then be editing to put out for shorts and normal videos for you guys, and we should be back in the store tomorrow. So I will catch you guys again tomorrow unless anything else comes up today.